There, and welcome back to the Chicago White Sox franchise. 2 days in a row. I can't believe it. We left off yesterday. We were 42 and 54. We had just gotten finished with our draft. We just got done with the All-Star game. Lou Bob was an All-Star. He had a hell of a game. MVP of the All-Star game, or player of the game, however MLB The Show has it. Let's just take a look at the lineup real quick. We already made a move. We already made a trade. And we traded, who was it? My God, I'm already forgetting. We moved John Means to our rivals, the Kansas City Royals. He is just going off. He's going off. I think he has had a rough couple of starts actually since going over to Kansas City. So we got rid of him right here, right after this start in Pittsburgh. So he is. The beard is gone because I had to do a mask fit testing for an N95 this past week. Don't worry, Yankee fan, it is coming back. John means business, but he hasn't been meaning that much business in Kansas City. We got potentially a third baseman of the future. Yankee fan, how you doing, by the way? It's been a while. Diego Estrella, power threat, not so much on the contact. Not so much on the vision and clutch, but he is a decent fielder. Not the best arm, but hopefully some of these skills will develop just a little bit. I look like a child, don't I? Hopefully my youthful face will stay the same for a while. Dude, how about your Yankees, by the way? But anyway, that's Diego. We capitalized on John Means, his fantastic season. We also got a reliever, a low B potential, Steven Zobak. Oh my God. Are you gonna try to like stay off the internet and maybe like watch it in like a recorded fashion? That sucks, man. How's work going for you though? Hope it's going good. That sucks though, man. It's Saturday. Do you work just weekends? Anyway, we have got to sign some draft picks, and right away we're going into a high importance situation. 2 outs, top of the ninth. We can close this down with Hunter Harvey, who has been very, very good for us. We are still not a very good team overall. 14th in ERA though. Are you on East Coast? So 11 p.m. You start right as it starts. That is rough. That is rough, man. Hopefully it's a good time.
2 balls, no strikes.
I gotcha. Do they play tomorrow? Or do they have a day off? They play again tomorrow, right? Going down 2-0 real quick to Mike Trout. Runners on first and second, up by 1. This would actually be huge for us. Like this would make us so much closer to only 10 games under 500, which is a huge improvement on last year. Can we get this loan away? We can. We get Mike Trout to chase, and that's a W. That's a W for the White Sox. W right away from the White Sox. Great start to the second half of the season. Fantastic start to the second half of the season. What do you do, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? All right, first day to sign the draft picks, and I think we may have a generational talent. Gene Clark, who is 1 on the MLB board, fell to us at pick number 4. Looks really, really good. Vision and discipline. This is the key factor right here. Apparently, if they're only 5 apart, it means they're a generational pick. He's already motivated to sign with us. We scouted him 100%. He looks really good, 18 years old. Could he be a franchise-altering pick? And he's going to go ahead and sign with us right away. He was very, very motivated to sign with us. Dave Herrera, too. Looks like he could be very good. We took him in the 2nd round, I believe. Yo, I've done that before. I was a night stalker at Sam's Club. Back in the day, back in college, man, before I got my actual adult nursing job. Dave Herrera, we're going to see if he will sign with us. 40 motivation, fully scouted. We have him a little bit higher on our board than the MLB did. Ernest Lyon, we discovered him. He's already at 66 motivation sign. I'm not even going to mess around with the scouting progress. 92% is good enough for me. He did not sign with us. We're going to take him off the board. Jim McClellan, is another guy who was not on the MLB board, but we discovered that he had a little bit more potential, it looks like, as he decides to sign with us. Hopefully he ends up being that dude. Kosuke Suzuki, I really like this dude. He's very far away, but I like the bat. I like the vision discipline. Could be a well-rounded hitter. He might be not the greatest fielder. Could be DH of the future for us, potentially. As he declines, 65 motivation sign. We're just going to take him away for now. Edgar Cordero, I don't really know much about him. Maybe we just take him away for a sec. Actually, those are the only 3 left, so I think we'll just go ahead and try to sign him for the minimum he's searching for, 406K. He does not sign with us. Split screen the NFL Red Zone and Yankees game tomorrow. That sounds like a great idea. Dude, Cam Schlittler looks ungodly. I'm like so excited to see what he does the rest of the postseason. Dude, you've got to be so stoked about him in your rotation. Okay, so, you know, I'm more interested in Kosuke Suzuki than the rest of those guys, so I'm just going to put him at 2. I never put anyone at 3 just because if you do, it takes away so much from the first 2. Like Dave Herrera and Kosuke Suzuki would not have a higher percentage of like change, if that makes sense. Baby Cole, that's a great nickname. That is a fantastic nickname. And since both these guys are already past 50%, like well past 50%, I'm not going to worry about their motivation. I'm pretty sure they will sign eventually. I'm just so excited for Gene Clark. But we also coming up on the trade deadline, and we definitely need to make some moves. We already made the one move. Is this the time we move off from Luis Robert? I don't know if his value is ever going to be higher. He's got a 904 OPS. He's got a 1 year left on his deal. And I don't know if I'm going to want to sign him afterwards, because then he's going to be 30 years old when he becomes a free agent. And we're just so far away from competing that I think now might be the time. Wanted to trade Danny Jansen, but he's doing so poorly that I don't think anyone's realistically going to trade us anything of worth with how he's doing. It doesn't look great. Dude, Yankees have a really good lineup. I really like their lineup. I don't like that he sat Jazz and Ben Rice against the lefty, even though those two are lefties. But man, I think their lineup is really good. Yankees Seattle Mariners matchup in the ALCS. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Also, Michael Conforto is just not doing it for us either. He's going to be a free agent, but maybe we'll be able to get something for him. Just even like a low-level reliever, a C potential reliever. Those C potential relievers are very underrated in this game. So if we can get something for him, same thing. Maybe if we package Austin Hayes and Michael Conforto, although that would be kind of unrealistic to package 2 outfielders who are not very good in their 30s who are making $6 million each. That does not make any sense. I will be trading Bryce Wilson. He is fantastic right now. Just same thing with JD Davis. He is playing out of his mind right now. We got to capitalize right now. We got to capitalize on their good performance because we may not get another shot. I think that would be a good package. It would make sense. Bryce Wilson could also start. I want to kind of make this as realistic as possible. If you were here yesterday, you know that I want to make things realistic and make sense. We're going to see what we can get for prospects. That's a fantastic lineup. Wait a minute. Who's the DH? Is Stanton playing outfield with Wells? Is Wells going to be catching, or who's catching? Ooh, we could get Dylan Beavers from the Orioles. I mean, he's kind of already a little bit older. His overall is not that great. But I mean, if that's the best we could do, I would consider it. I wouldn't mind a B level reliever, but maybe we can get something a little bit better because these dudes are just having outstanding seasons. I at least would like a B level potential player. Maybe if they're going to be 21 years old, they at least need to have a 60 overall, in my opinion. Ooh, How You Lee? How you doing? How You Lee? Let's see what he's all about. A good fielder, not the best bat. That's like the worst joke I've ever had. Sent to DH Rice for ooh, okay. That makes sense. I like that. Who's is it Savage going for the Jays? I saw him pitch in person about a week ago. I'm going to continue looking for trades. I don't mind one of those B-level reliever trades though. I'm down with it. Dylan Beavers, maybe. Depends on how his bat looks. Carson Weisenhunt. I'd rather it not be a starting pitcher. Kavaris Tears. Maybe he plays so well that everyone will cry tears, real tears. God, I tried. I was reaching. I think I pulled something. I was reaching. Gosman tonight. He's been struggling a little bit though, hasn't he? Mike Bove. Tyson Lewis. This could be interesting. He is a B potential, 65 overall. He has a balanced bat, a lefty bat, a good fielder, decent speed. You know, I think we take this trade. Take this trade. I kind of want to see if the Reds have any other relievers. But first of all, does it make sense? Let's see what the Reds are doing. Let's see what their team looks like. NL Central. The Reds are 6 games out. They're 3 games out of the wild card though, so I would not mind doing that. I think it does make a little sense. That is not that many games. That's not many games to be back. I do want to check their roster, make sure they actually do need starting pitching. I'm not trying to game the system. Green's not doing amazing. Rhett Lauder and Lodolo are doing pretty well though. Andrew Abbott not so much. Chase Burns is in the minors. You know, I would do that. I am actually down for that trade. And Jamer Candelario, not bad. Blue Jays are a bit banged up right now. Who's hurt for them? Oh, JD Davis can play other places too. I mean, he could be the DH. Matt McClain is not doing incredibly well. I feel good about that trade. I do feel good about that trade. Let's go do it. Bryce Wilson and JD Davis. You are going to be a Cincinnati Red, and I hope you don't run into the Dodgers in the wild card series again. Not related to this save file, but I heard that they were tipping their pitches, like all of them. All of them tipping their pitches. Do they have any other guys we can maybe get? Maybe like low-level reliever prospect? Julian Aguiar. I wouldn't mind him either. I wouldn't mind throwing someone else in there. I forgot that Bichette was down. I forgot that he was down. Did they say if he, like, when he would be back, when he'd be available? I would have been interested to see the Red Sox Yankees series if Roman Anthony was healthy. I think that changes everything. If I threw in Derek Hill, who can mash lefties, he could be valuable off the bench. He could be very valuable off the bench. We would add him. We would get Julian Aguiar. I think that does make sense. I mean, 24 years old, 62 overall, low-level prospect reliever. I think this could be all right. I think this kind of makes sense too. We're going to make this deal. Goodbye, Bryce Wilson, JD Davis. They did really well for us. They made the most of being a White Sox. Welcome Tyson Lewis and Julian Aguiar. They could be new prospects of the future, especially with Colson Montgomery not really figuring it out. He had a full year at the majors last year. He didn't do well. He's not exactly ripping the cover off the ball in Double-A. That makes sense. Bichette coming back to the ALCS, that would make sense. I would like that. I would like to see what he's got. I'm excited for Dodgers Phillies. Like, I'm really excited for Dodgers Phillies. I wish that was the NLCS. Yankees versus Cubs World Series. I'd like that. I'd rather have a Yankees Phillies World Series. I wouldn't mind Bryce getting a ring. I'd like to see Bryce get a ring at some point. And I think this is his best opportunity. I think Yankees might have the best AL team though. I'm calling Yankees Mariners. Yankees, Mariners, ALCS. Would feed generations. I didn't read that last part. Okay, on we go. We do have to fix our lineups. I think we're going to call some guys up who maybe we can test them out a little bit, if that makes sense. Do we call up Hagen Smith right now, or do we? I mean, he's progressing so well. I almost don't want to ruin it, but I also kind of want to see what he's got. He's 22, 76 overall. I think it's time. I think it's time we see what he's got. Do we player lock him? Let's go change that lineup. Or change the pitching rotation, I should say. Oh, I didn't actually bring him up. I just added him to the 40-man. Sorry, I did not sleep well that much. I did not sleep that well last night. Hagen Smith will make his major league debut at some point this episode. Dude, you make a good point. There's going to be some really good potential matchups. Like even the Brewers, I'd like to see the Brewers in there. I'd like to see them at least advance around. Who do we need in the lineup? And who's down in the minors? Who do I feel good calling up? Brian Ramos not doing extremely well. I say we call up Brooks Lee. He's kind of crushing it in AAA right now. Phillies, Cubs, NLCS would be very good. Do you think, or anyone, do you think Phillies beat the Dodgers? Man, it just sucks that Zach Wheeler's not able to play, man. That is series changing. I mean, that is season changing, postseason altering, whatever you want to call it. Of course I didn't do that. Jeez, I am all over the place right now. I'm very, very sorry. Brooks Lee, we're going to the majors. That's why I'm only streaming on one platform right now. I could not handle multiple chats. Brooks Lee, you're just going to go right in there at third base. It's a good matchup, man. It'd be even better if they had Zach Wheeler, but I mean, it is what it is. I just hope his career's not over. I know that's like a career ender in a lot of cases. Also, I don't think we can explore trading Willie Castro unless he like lights it on fire and brings his OPS up to like 700 by, I don't know, in 2 weeks. The Phillies do have a great rotation. That's true. I mean, they're still going to miss him, but I do agree that they still have a really great bullpen. Ohtani versus Sanchez would be sweet. If only it was Ohtani versus Zach Wheeler. But for real, Nola just being awful hurts. Nola being terrible this season definitely hurts. Who else are we going to call up? Who's on the 40-man that I don't have to worry about like adding? I don't want to bring Colson Montgomery up, but maybe we do explore bringing him back up to AAA. Corey Jokes is actually having a pretty good year. Gavin Lux I'd rather just see him continue to develop at AAA. That season where no one signed him, where he didn't play at all, just really hurts. Really, really hurts. Nick Maton, maybe we just bring him up. We don't really care too much about his development. Sounds kind of rude, but it's also kind of true. And we'll just bring some guys up from single A to replace those guys. Ohtani's just, man, him and Teoscar just taking over. What was that, game one? Yeah, that was game one. Of course, the series that I'm least interested in is like the only one I could watch, getting off at 7 p.m. Brandon Drury, I did not know we had Brandon Drury, but we're going to take him to AAA. When is Hagen Smith set to make his debut? I think we're just going to player lock him and see what happens. Oh, it would help if I actually put him in the rotation. Or maybe we just let him. No, he's got to make some starts. Jairo Iriarte is just not doing it. I mean, that's a small sample size. What has he done? I mean, he had a great second start. Maybe we leave him in there for a second. Davis Martinez has not been doing it, though. I mean, he's had a couple good starts, but we're going to put him in long relief. Hagen Smith, I mean, it would be rude of me to bring him up in a non-competitive season and just expect him to transfer or to transition into the long relief long relief role when we know that he's been working hard as a starter. So he's going to be in the starting rotation for sure. And when he makes his debut, we're going to player lock him. AAA does not have a good enough rotation. We're going to fix that. Make sure everyone who we want to be playing is playing. We do. Everyone is. Julian Aguiar should not be a starter. We need to bring up a starter for AAA. Give him some innings. Give him some length. Christopher Sanchez, man. I mean, he had a really good season. Really, really strong year. Nick Nastrini. Do we have any B potential guys in single A? No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. Nick Nastrini can go back there. Perfect. Perfect. You've been playing Diamond Dynasty at all? All right, another day to sign our draft picks. Dave Herrera is getting closer because Kosuke Suzuki's potential went up. It was, I think, 84 to 94. Now it's 85 to 97. Scattered 100%. So perfect. He is going to sign with us. I'm really excited about him. I'm very much excited about him. Ernest Lyon. I'd be lying if I wasn't skeptical about that 77 to 90 potential. God, I hate myself. God, I hate myself. Edgar Cordero. I am kind of curious to see like what he's looking like. I hear you, man. I haven't played a ranked seasons game in 2 years. We've signed Edgar Cordero to be a White Sox. I think this is the new MO. I mean, I was working hard on just the IRL baseball videos, which was doing pretty well, but I don't really enjoy making them all that much. It's just too much work, and I already work hard enough during the week that I might as well, if like I'm going to make content, I want to do something I'm enjoying. And I basically play franchise anyway, so might as well just do this. Might as well just stream it a little bit on a separate YouTube channel if I'm enjoying it. Nah, I mean. All right, we only have one guy left to sign. Dude, it looks like a really good content year. We press on. Actually, did I just miss Hagen Smith's start? I hope I didn't. But I might have. I'm gonna have to check this box score and make sure I didn't miss it. 'Cause I just went so fast. I did miss it. Damn, that's rough. Hagen Smith in his debut, not great. 7 runs, but only 2 earned runs, so the defense didn't help him out at all. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts is not ideal. But I mean, he's a rookie, so oh well, we miss his debut. It's gonna be okay. I'd rather have I'm trying to get through this season as quick as possible anyway. But it is the bottom of the 9th. Luis Robert takes a splitter down the middle. He could end this game in one swing and walk it off against the Blue Jays. Can we do that? Can Lou Bob do that? Average down to 284 on the year, which is still good. Good swing, good hack. Just a bit late on that slider on the outside portion. The outside corner. Come on, Lou Bob. Lou Bob, he gets a little bit under that. I don't think that's going to have the distance. Just a tad bit under it. As there's one out in the 9th. Conforto, we've seen him walk it off before this season. Earlier, I think in May, just the first pitch he saw, hammered a walk-off homer in a situation just like this. Going to be a little bit more patient this time.
1-0.
0 for 4 on the day. Let's see if we can get that one hit and make it a big one. That splitter looked just like a fastball, way too out in front of it. This could impact his trade stock tremendously. We're just late on it. A little bit in between on the timing. That is thankfully going to get out of play. Thankfully going to get out of play. That was the pitch you wanted to hit, though. Come on, Michael. Got a tip of it. Got a piece of it. Way to hang. Way to hang. Hitting 222 on the year. Not amazing. That's a great rip up the middle, though. That is clutch. That is going to move the chains. Runners on first and second. That's all we wanted. Do we pinch run for him? I don't think we have anyone with speed on the bench. Maton has more speed. Danny Jansen does too. Maybe we pinch run Jacob Melton for him. I think, you know what? We're going to do that. Pinch running Jacob Melton for Michael Conforto. That is the game-winning run. Andrew Vaughn hits a gapper right here. It could be game over now.
Ball, that's out.
Could be game over if Andrew Vaughn finds some grass in between the outfielders. Come on, Andrew. We're making him work. 15 pitches. It's a good pitch. Very, very good pitch. 216 average with runners in scoring position. Not the best. Better than his season average, though, as he gets a good pitch to hit. A little too excited. Come on, Andrew. Come on, Andrew. And he swings at a slider outside the zone. That was a good pitch. Good pitch from Hoffman. Tyro Estrada is our last chance to at least tie this game up. Single ties. That was the pitch you want to hit. Just a bit early, but man, swings right through it. Tyro, we needed you there. And that is going to be a hard ground ball, and that's going to end the game. That's unfortunate. We had an opportunity. We had a fantastic opportunity. It just didn't happen. Arjun Namala for the Toronto Blue Jays at shortstop. I wonder what his attributes look like. Willie Castro 2 for 3 though. That's good. We need him to start hitting. Otherwise, we might keep him until next year and just kind of see where his trade value lies. Hopefully it's better. Hopefully it's better if he plays a little bit better next season. The Cubs are getting Drew Rasmussen from the Rays, and we've seen Rasmussen a couple times this season. Man, he's going crazy. 38 innings at .47 ERA. They traded Carson Kelly and Adbert Alzolay for him. I think that's a decent deal. Maybe. Not really if the Rays aren't competing. Drew Rasmussen he's a free agent, so. But is Carson Kelly? Carson Kelly's a free agent too. Adbert has some team control though. So maybe it does make sense. I'm not gonna look at their roster and see if it does. Castro has another 11-game hitting streak, or another sizable hitting streak. I'm just gonna sim and see what happens. Did he get it? Did he get that hit? He did get that hit. All right, his average is up to 236. Maybe he does want to go to a contender. Maybe someone will be able to use him. Let's see what his OPS is. Like what he's doing over the past 10 games. Hitting 316, but not really any pop. He is getting on base 381. 662 OPS. If he gets his OPS up to 700 by the trade deadline, we will make a trade. We will trade him. And Dave Herrera finally has that 51%. I don't want to waste too much money. I think we can get him for what he's asking for. And I'm excited to see this draft. Very, very excited. We win the next one 5-2. Still hovering like 12 games under 500. Not bad. Not bad. Willie Castro, another 2 for 4 day. Austin Hayes, 2 for 4 with 2 bombs. Okay, I see you, Austin. Jairo Iriarte with another really good start. Strong start. 0 earned runs in 6 innings. 7 Ks to 4 walks. I mean, 4 walks is kind of ugly, but he got the job done. The Rays are wanting to make a trade. Ryan Clifford. We've seen his name. They want to give us Ryan Clifford, who can mash righties. B-level prospect with 70 overall. He's not doing particularly well in the minors. And of course, they do have Xavier Isaac, who is in the wings for them. They want Wickelman Gonzalez. I mean, Wickelman's going crazy right now. But I don't think he factors into the long-term status or the long-term picture with the White Sox. I mean, he is going crazy. 2.41 ERA in AA. That's pretty good. I mean, they have a couple guys blocking him. So they really like this Wickelman Gonzalez, and as they should with that stat line. We're going to take this trade. We are going to take this trade. We might fleece the Rays here, but they offered it to us. We're going to do it. Ryan Clifford, welcome to the club. Where are you, sir? They immediately put him on the Major League roster. Do we see what he's got? Do we just put him in there? We don't have many lefties in the lineup. Andrew Vaughn ain't doing anything. He is going to be a free agent. Do we see what we can get for Andrew Vaughn and just start Ryan Clifford? Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Brooks Lee is actually hitting. I mean, small sample size, of course. Willie Castro is almost up to 240. Okay, sir. Okay. Let's see. We need to see what we can get for Lou Bob, who is our lone 80 plus overall in the squad right now. We deserve like a top 50, top 25 prospect for him, in my opinion. I want an A-level prospect for him. That is what we need. And it doesn't look like anyone's really offering that up. An A-level position player prospect is what we need. Alan Yeager? Tyler Locklear. We just got a first baseman. Don't really need to worry about that position. But they're not offering up an A potential trade. No one is. Am I crazy for thinking that an A potential should be what we're looking for Lou Bob? Maybe we do keep him. Maybe we do hold on to him until next year. Jordan Beck could be nice, though. Maybe Jordan Beck? Or maybe there's just not that many, like, A potential dudes. We've sifted through all the teams. Maybe we give it a couple more weeks. Who would anyone take on Willie Castro? Let's give it a little bit more time. It's going to come down to the wire. Someone's going to get desperate. Hopefully. David signed draft picks. Dave Herrera one more time. Can we get him to sign? We can't yet. I imagine we'll get him to sign before the deadline for them to sign. That is a ridiculous amount of red right there. 10th best center fielder. They probably go by overall. Maybe we do give it a little bit. Maybe we do give it till next year, or maybe even the off season. Oh, we got 27 players on our active roster. Do we just DFA Andrew Vaughn? He is improving. He has been atrocious lately. We can't even get anything for him. Realistically, he would be DFA'd. We're just going to eat that cost. We're going to DFA him. Bye-bye, Andrew Vaughn. Go to Milwaukee and go ham. We're going to see what Ryan Clifford can do, especially against righties. He might be our best hitter against righties overall, which is insane to say. Like, absolutely ridiculous to say. He's going to bat, of course, lower in the lineup against lefties, of course. But I'm excited to see what he can do. He's absolutely going to be hitting against lefties. We need to see what he can do to develop. Absolutely need to see what he can do to develop. I wonder, is he going to be like an 80 overall or an 80 potential B or an 80 potential? Jeez, my words are not working. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Let's go see. Let's go find out. I knew it. You know what? I'm okay with that. We sold high on Wickelman Gonzalez, who's a C potential player. I'm okay with having an 80 potential first baseman, especially one that can mash righties at least. All right, moving on. Another. Can he keep the hitting streak alive? Did he do it? He did not. What a shame. That's okay. We'll auto fix that rotation. I'm just going to make sure everyone who is playing it, who I want to be playing, is playing. Rolando Baroa, you are absolutely getting into the starting rotation. Kyle Diaz is having a crazy good year. Brian Motta's been kind of hurt. Oh, I forgot. Man, I forgot to turn injuries back on. That is my fault. Speaking of which, my fault. We've only played a couple days though, so it probably wouldn't have mattered anyway. But who knows? Lou Bob had one at bat last year and got hurt for the rest of it. So who knows? Okay. Ryan Clifford in for Andrew Vaughn has a 3-homer game already. All right. We're going in. Maybe hit the 4th. Can he hit the 4th?
Up next for Chicago.
My goodness. Okay. Starting off his career hot. Maybe we should have done a debut with him. That is one thing I'm going to have to learn to remember to do in the future. Can he get a 4th? I mean, that was kind of a good try. That circle change got a little bit higher than probably Will Vest intended it to be. Come on, Ryan. He's just a little bit too antsy. I'm a little bit too antsy. Down 0-2. Come on, battle. Battle, Ryan.
That's a ball.
Yo, Ryan Clifford, the big red dog. Can you go deep for a 4th time? Way to battle. Way to battle, sir. Come on. Come on, Ryan. Good take. Okay. Showing a little bit of discipline. Need to slow the heart rate down just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's probably already up there. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Come on, Ryan. And I think my audio just kind of messed up. I'm going to have to. Of course it did. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to make sure. There we go.
We got a
Oh, it did. My audio just messed up, so I'm going to have to fix that here in a second, but we're going to go deep real quick. Come on, Ryan. Takes a walk. You know what? I'm okay with that. Let me just, sorry fam, sorry if you're watching. I hate it when it does this sometimes, but it happens. Audio input capture. I don't know why it does this to me. Nor do I know why it gets out of whack anyway. Yeah, it definitely went it's definitely off. I'm just a stickler with it. Bear with me. I used to know how to fix it easily, but now I'm kind of washed. And my scenes are a mess since it's been so long. Add audio input capture. Gonna make a new one. Might have to restart real quick. I think that's usually what fixes it, and I'm gonna might have to just restart real quick. Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Oh wait, I might have figured this out. No, I didn't. Oh wait. Yes, I did. I think I did figure this out. Oops. Yes, I did figure it out. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. Don't have to restart, and now I remember. Sorry about that, fam. Oops. Perfect. Thanks for bearing with me right there. Anyway, Ryan Clifford. Man, 3-homer game. I think he already is better than Andrew Vaughn. He's already made a better impact than Andrew Vaughn. And Detroit has Spencer Torkelson and Vladdy Guerrero Jr. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. That absolutely is crazy to me. But all right, let's jeez, man, I'm a mess. I'm a mess, fam. Okay. All right, we're going to sign this guy. Dave Herrera, you're going to be signed with us. As he finally does sign with us, I cannot wait to see what we did in this draft. As we have an opportunity to shut down the Tigers once more. Hunter Harvey, can he get another save? I think he'll be able to. He's been pretty good this year. Maybe we got to think about trading him. Only a couple blown saves. Start off with a slider in. That was not where we wanted it. But a hard ground ball to first. And Ryan Clifford gathers it up. Probably already a Gold Glover. Cubs, a leadoff tank already. Who's pitching for Milwaukee? It's Freddie Peralta. Oh, I was thinking Ian Happ. It's Michael Busch. Okay. Nice. That's a good series too. I'm excited to watch that series. Okay. As we move on, we're only 10 games under 500. We are surpassing expectations by quite a bit. Jose Miranda is actually having a very good season, especially like after we put him in against lefties. Ryan Clifford, just my boy, a 3-homer game. 0.5 WAR already. What was Andrew Vaughn's? It was terrible. I think we do need to hold on to Danny Jansen. Maybe even Tyro Estrada with the hope that they play better next season. Or maybe we just make some better moves in the offseason for better players like that. Of that caliber. If that makes sense, sign some dudes on 1-2 year deals. Just like we did with Willie Castro. But hope they just perform a little bit better. Because a 658 average or OPS is not cutting it. Bobby Dahlbeck ain't cutting it. Should we bring up... We should trade a couple people. Maybe we should just go ahead and trade Danny Jansen and bring Edgar Guerrero up. Maybe we do that. But maybe we don't. Let's continue. We already signed every draft pick as we take 2 L's against the D-backs. Dude, how Michael Busch wasn't an all-star this year is maddening. Brian Motto with another just nagging injury. Another nagging injury. And Ryan Clifford is hitless or 1 for his last 11. So yeah, he was bound to cool off. He was bound to cool off, of course. Of course he was. Do teams need a guy like Danny Jansen? Is catcher such a weak position that teams would use this 650 OPS and horrible fielding? I don't think so. I really just don't think so. Same thing with Tyro Estrada, even though he is a good fielder. But a good fielder with a 543 OPS and a .3 WAR is just not doing it. Trading him would not make sense. Any team trading for him would not make sense. I mean, Willie Castro does have 25 steals. He does have a 1.1 WAR, but he's 28. I think we hold on to him. We don't really have any other guys where it would make sense that we would trade. I mean, let's see what we can get if we package Luis Robert and Hunter Harvey, who's having a really, really strong season with 30 saves and only 3 blown saves. Let's see what we can get for that. We deserve, if it's not an A potential prospect, we're not doing it. We are not doing it. We'll trade Hunter Harvey, but we're not trading Luis Robert. That is, I will die on that hill. Gary Gilhill. I like the name. I'd like him better if he was A potential. Joe Watts. That might be the move. The Blue Jays would offer us Joe Watts for Luis Robert Jr. and Hunter Harvey, who both, I believe both. Hunter Harvey does have another year in his contract. Joe Watts, what's he looking like? Can mash lefties. Not a great fielder, but he's A potential, 61 overall. All that stuff is going to develop. The speed is not bad. And I mean, I really like where his hitting attributes are already. 71 power at 61 overall. He's going to turn into a lefty masher. And if he develops well, his attributes against righties will be serviceable. So I think we have, let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Maybe we should see where Joe Watts is on the old top 100 list. I'm just looking for A potential dudes. A potential dudes who can turn into studs. Lazaro Montes. Even though he's not A potential, we all know Lazaro could rake. He's not doing that well in AAA. I don't know. I think we already have guys that have that sort of build. I'd rather have a speedy dude too. I don't know. We'll see where Lazaro falls on the top 100 list. Sebastian Walcott. He's not doing that well in AAA, but he's only, I mean, if we put him in AA, he's a great fielder, got good pop. Yeah, he just shouldn't be at AAA. I think. That's the Rangers. Okay. Remember the Rangers. I don't remember who Joe Watts played for, but remember the Rangers. Because he might be the shortstop of the future and not Colson Montgomery. Colson Montgomery is just, he's not doing it. Or Spencer Jones, buddy. Oh, if he was A potential here, I mean, he's going crazy. Going absolutely crazy in AAA. I mean, I want that A potential, though. This is tough. This is tough. Okay, Blue Jays or Rangers. I want to see. I want to see where Joe Watts and Sebastian Walcott are. Joe Watts is 5th, and Sebastian Walcott is 6th. What's our outfield depth looking like? Do we have any outfielders for the future right now? Or is it looking pretty bleak? Braden Montgomery's potential went down, so that's not great. Don't really, our outfielders are looking pretty slim, especially for the future. I think we go with Joe Watts. So, I mean, we still have Colson. We got Brooks Lee who can play there. We got Tyson Lewis, Griff O'Farrell. At the very least, we're going to have serviceable dudes. We don't really have serviceable dudes that we can really look forward to in the future, or at least not as many. I think we got to go Joe Watts there for the Blue Jays. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Would they just go straight up Joe Watts for Luis Robert? No, they wouldn't. Let's actually see how they're doing. They're doing very poorly. This would not make sense. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. It would not make sense for the Blue Jays to do this because they are so far away from competing. I would say if they were like 500 or even 10 games under 500, it would kind of make sense because they at least have Lubov for next year. But it just does not make sense for them. For the Rangers, it absolutely makes sense. Especially, let's go look at their team. Shall we? Let's go look at their team. What do they have in the outfield? They have Jock Peterson, Evan Carter, who is just not there yet. Randall Grichuk and Leody Tavares. Adolis, who's playing pretty well. But other than that, their outfield is looking very thin. So that would absolutely make sense that they would sell Sebastian Walcott right now because they're trying to win now. They're in win now mode. So we're going to trade Luis Robert Jr. to the Texas Rangers for the number 6th overall prospect on the top 100 list. That is happening. We are also sending over Hunter Harvey. We're going to get this deal done. And wow. Shades of the Leo Dallas DeVries trade. Right here. Sebastian Walcott, you might be the future. You might be the future of the White Sox. We are absolutely starting you off in AA. You know what? We might just say screw it. Or maybe he's developing a little bit. Let's bring Colson Montgomery to AAA. See what he can do. Brooks Baldwin, you can come to the majors. Although you're not on the 40 man. Tristan Gray, are you on the 40 man? Jacob Amaya, are you on the 40 man? Is anyone on the 40 man? Nick Maton, he can play short. Play short for us. We're just going to bat him last. Or not last, but we want other guys to get ABs. Tyro Estrada, you're going way down there. Our line, does anyone have over 70 anything in contact besides Miranda? No, they don't. That's kind of nuts. Conforto's our leadoff guy. That's crazy. That is absolute nightmare fuel. We've made our... Man, I think we've done well. I think this is a good trade deadline so far. Do we save the rest for next year? I think we do. Tice, Jansen, Willie Castro. They're not doing well. They're not performing very well. I think we do just keep Edgar Cuero in AAA. Have him finish out that year. The year down there at least. Because he's doing very, very well. Will he be our opening day starting catcher, or will he be... I mean, he might be. He might just be our DH. That might make sense too. Or Danny Jansen would be the DH and Cuero would play behind the plate because he's a better fielder. Right? I think so. Do we do that now? I think we do that now. We're going to put him in the lineup. See what he can do. But where would Jose Miranda play? Would he play third? Brooks Lee can play third. Willie Castro could play second. Willie Castro could be in the outfield. Yep, that's what we're doing. Or Willie Castro can play second. Brooks Lee can play short. Miranda can play third. But not well. He can be a body there. That's fine. Danny Jansen could be the DH. He can't play anywhere else, so this is kind of what we have to do. And Cuero can't play anywhere else either, so this is kind of what we have to do. But yo, we're gonna player lock Cuero for sure. He's gonna back clean up. We're throwing him right into the fray. Right into the fray. As soon as I get this going. See, Miranda, you're gonna play third. Brooks Lee, you're going to be actually Brooks Lee is going to play second. Willie Castro can play short. I don't know why I had that in my head that would make it better. It doesn't. Forgive me, I'm all over the place. Edgar could be the one for us. It's going to be good to see what the future holds. Okay. Wait a minute. Nick Maton playing center field. I mean, I guess he can. Or should we give Jacob Melton some at bats? I mean, he's got 25. He's only 25. He's got beat potential. Let's just see what he can do. Yeah, Danny Jansen is not going to be playing center field. He's not going to be playing center field. That is for damn sure. Okay. Tyro, you are going way down there, buddy. Man, our lineup is just so thin. It is just so thin. Okay. Edgar Cuero is going to make his major league debut just days before the trade deadline. The Dodgers just got Lawrence Butler. They traded Zahir Hope for Lawrence Butler. Oh, man. That is a big deal. They get a lot of control on Butler, who's already, you know, he's not having the best year, but he had a pretty decent year the year before. Zahir Hope is one of the best prospects in baseball, though, although he is not doing very well in AAA. And they also sent Jimmy Crooks, who, I mean, he's a B-level catcher. I don't know who I think won this trade yet. I don't know. If Butler keeps playing like this, though, I think the Athletics win this trade. I don't know, though. That is... Wow. That's so tough to rate right now. Today is the trade deadline. Just want to make sure we moved off of everyone who I think is tradable. Like, Conforto's not tradable. He really isn't. Neither is Austin Hayes. Like, it's just not... It doesn't make sense. Miguel Castro, what's he doing? I mean, he's not tradable either. Gonsolin's playing absolutely horrible. Zach Deloach, I mean, he's not really tradable. I think we're done. We're done with the guys that make sense for us. So I think it was a W, or what would I rate my trade deadline? What would I rate the trade deadline? We got Ryan Clifford from the Rays for Wickham and Gonzalez. Looks pretty good. We got Sebastian Walcott for Lou Bob and Hunter Harvey. I think that could be a very, very good trade for us. I think that's a good trade for both. We got Tyson Lewis, who could be a very good shortstop as well. And he could probably play second base also. Julian Aguiar, a C potential reliever prospect. Traded Bryce Wilson, JD Davis, and Derek Hill away, who I think all have value. Bryce Wilson was having a very good year. JD Davis was having a very good year also. Derek Hill, not so much, but he has that ability against the lefties. We got Diego Estrella for Steven Zobak. Oh, and Steven Zobak for John Means and Grant Taylor. John Means is crushing it. I mean, he's going to get Cy Young votes if he was to be on a baseball reference page. Miguel Yolola and Sam Willis for Shelby Miller, Tommy Kahnle, who are having pretty good years. Be potential reliever, and I don't remember about Sam Willis. Richie Valentine from the Tigers for Josh Rojas. I don't think that was an anything trade. I would rate this, I mean, at the lowest, it has to be a B, right? Getting a future shortstop in Sebastian Walcott, getting a first base prospect in Ryan Clifford, albeit he can only hit righties right now. I mean, we got a good bang for our buck. I think at the least it's a B, and maybe the top end is an A minus. What would you say? What would you say? But we are going to see what Edgar Cuero can do in his major league debut. He's going to bat second, playing catcher. Could be the future of the Texas Rangers right now. Right now. The future is now. Except that would be a lie. The future is still kind of far away. Pretty far away, in my opinion. Hagen Smith is off to another start. He's had 2 starts, got roughed up in his first one. The whip is not looking great. Walk rate's 11.6%. Strikeout rate is 18.6%. Would like to get that walk rate a little bit down. I like these unis though. Come on, Edgar, facing John Means. What a day facing John Means.
No balls.
My goodness. Okay. Old friend John Means, and I think John Means business. So does Edgar Cuero, and he is going to get robbed of a base knock in his first AB. Rough. My goodness. That is a rough start to his career right there. Unfortunate. What a play by the second baseman, who I don't know who it is. Danny Jansen goes yard to make it a 2-0 ball game. Oh, I forgot we're on the defensive side as well. Yo, we're gonna throw him out. That was a good throw, but I mean, 91 speed, he got a good jump. I don't think Hagen Smith was really paying attention to him. Plus, he threw an off-speed pitch. So whoever that is was safe. Good jump too. Yeah. The Kansas City Royals tied up. John Means is getting roughed up as a Royal. A little bit late on that circle change. Making his major league debut. Would love a base knock here. Good take.
1-1.
Would take, at the very least, would take getting on base. At the very least.
2-1.
Held up. Good hold. Good check swing. Way to be patient. Come on, Edgar. And that's going to be a bloop single. You know, we'll take it. Goes outside the zone just a little bit early, but that's going to be a single for us. And that is the first base hit of Edgar Cuero's career, as he's wearing what looks like the Chicago Bulls jersey. Wearing number 23, must have been a Jordan fan. Can we get that ball, please? We got that ball. That's going to go right on the mantle for Edgar. What a huge day for him and his family. As we check the replay out, just goes out and get it. Good piece of hitting. If he could have waited back on that just a little bit more, might have been a double in the gap. But that's all right. First one is always the hardest. As Brooks Lee is just kind of mashing up at the majors right now after his call up. And that is not going to be mashing. That's going to at least get Edgar out, and that's going to be a double play. Ends the inning. Cannot capitalize off of base, off of having runners on first, second one out. That's a shame. Still 2-2, runner on second. Would be a big time for another base hit, as we are just early on the scorching 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Edgar is the number 28th overall prospect, as that is going to be a hanging knuckle curve but it is going to be on the corner, just a bit out in front. Tried to get a base knock there. John Means loves the play. As Kansas City's threatening right now. Edgar Quero is going to make the play. That's going to be a huge out. Just making sure that he's not trying to take third on a pop-up behind the catcher. That'd be unfortunate. Edgar 1 for 3. It's the bottom of the 8th. It's 2-2 still. Not a huge scoring game. Edgar Quero goes down the third baseline. Do we try to stretch it out to a double? No. We can't. We got to be smart. Edgar's got to be smart. Do not want to get thrown out with no outs at second base. Good play by the left fielder to cut that off. This is a big moment. This is a big time. Gotta stay safe. See if Brooks Lee can advance this to second at least. Is he going to? Nope, that's just a lazy fly ball to left field. Can't advance on that. Still only 1 out though. Double in the gap would be nice. A homer would be even better. Danny Jansen already 2 for 3 with both of those. Hitting .215 on the year. He's gotten a little bit better. A little bit better in these last couple months or something. That's scorched. Is that going to find a gap? That's going to find a gap. We're going 3. Are we going to get waved around? We're going to go 4. We are going to go 4. We're going to be safe. That's a go-ahead run. Driven in by Danny Jansen. All started by rookie making his debut, Edgar Quero. What a game for Danny Jansen and Edgar Quero. We take the lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Things you'll love to see if you're a Chicago White Sox fan. Part of the future. Not Danny Jansen, but Quero is part of the future, it looks like. As end of the game alert, up by 1. We're going to simulate to the end. We're not going to enter the game, although we should have. But what a win. Danny Jansen supplying the clutch moments. Drives in all 3 runs. Quero 2 for 4 scoring a run in his debut. Brooks Lee 2 for 4. Conforto also 2 for 4. That was a very, very good debut for Quero. As the next day, we are going to find out how our draft went. Is it a franchise-altering draft? Deadline to sign picks. We've already done that. So we drop game 2, 4-6 to the Royals. Conforto going 3 for 5. Buddy, couldn't you have gotten hot before the trade deadline? Danny Jansen with another home. Same with you, buddy. Couldn't you have gotten hot before the trade deadline? And Tyro Estrada needed you to play well up until the deadline, and none of you did. Interesting start for Noah Schultz. I almost merged the first syllable of Schultz with the last syllable of start. So you do the math. Do the math. 375 ERA in the year for Schultz. I like that. I like that very much. And we dropped the last game of the series 0-9. Iriarte, not a great start. But let's go check our draft picks. Did we draft a generational talent? And is this a franchise-altering draft? I think it is. I think it is. Gene Clark ended up being a generational talent, 99 overall. Or 99 potential. Look at his attributes right now. He would be the best player on our team right this second. Can play second base. Can play third base as well. I mean, my face is kind of blocking, but you can kind of see the numbers over my stupid face. 71, 65 contact, 67, 63 power. Good everything. Good durability, good fielding, good speed. Man, 18 years old. I mean, do we put him just like on the opening day roster? I mean, I don't think so. I'd want to see him start in AAA and just like a month there, see what he does. Dave Herrera, though, 61 overall. He's got an 8 potential as well. I don't like his build as much, but I like the stamina, like the home runs per 9. The hits per 9 and K per 9, pretty decent start point for a 61 overall. Would love to see a little bit higher of walks per 9, but still an A potential lefty starting pitcher. We have those in spades. Kosuke Suzuki, another 99 potential. I thought he was going to be good. I did not think he was going to be this good. He is a bit away, but he's 59 overall, and he's already got 69 nice and 64 contact across the board. Good vision, good clutch. I mean, his bat would play for us right now, but that's more of a testament to how bad we are as a lineup. But 59 overall, 99 potential. He's going to be a stud. He's very far away, but I will love to see how fast he progresses. Jim McClellan, another A potential player. And he's got very low hits, or he's got very low per 9s, but he's a 58 overall, 21 years old. So he's going to be a little bit older when he makes his debut, assuming he stays with the club and we don't trade him for other assets. He could be good down the road. I mean, you're looking at a 4-5 years down the road. Same, I think Suzuki a little bit earlier just because his back could play. These four dudes, I mean, they could be the future of the White Sox. Ernest Lyon, not bad. 80 potential, 54 overall right now. So I don't know where his future lies. Is it going to be with the club? Is it going to be with, is he going to be a trade asset? Potentially. He's got a great arm. He's really raw right now with his hitting attributes and his fielding, but he could be a decent player. The power could develop. Edgar Cordero, 45 overall, see potential relief pitcher, but who knows? He could develop into a decent reliever. We've seen in MLB The Show, we always see relievers who are a little bit older make their debuts around 27, 28, even maybe like 29, 30, who are C potentials. Who knows? If he stays in the system, he could be decent for us. C potential relievers sometimes can surprise you, so maybe he could be one of those dudes. Let's just see what the rest of the league looks like. The Guardians did not have a great draft. Dude, I saw the score. I didn't look at what happened with the score, but last I looked at, they were up 3-1. Dude, is this the Brewers' year? Chorio seems to always turn it on during the postseason, or I mean, always as being last year. That's kind of nuts. Matthew Boyd, too. Only 2 earned runs. Who made the error? Nico Horner made an error. That is not what you would expect at all. That's kind of nuts. He did get lit up, I guess. Oh, that's tough to see, though, especially an error leading to 4 unearned runs. Man, he must have. Was it 1 out when he made the error? That's tough, man. That's tough. Josh Banks, they left a center field prospect go unsigned, but he didn't look like to be that good. Well, assuming the scouting was done properly. My words are not even working. Josh Banks looks to be pretty good potential, but raw, very raw. It's raw. Sorry, I had to do that. 30 pitches, 1K, 1 walk. That 1 walk doesn't help. Manny Camacho and Douglas Hartley looks to be pretty good by the Twins. Not an amazing. I mean, we still had the best draft overall so far. Steve Mooney looks to be, a decent catcher, but way far away. Fred Ellison looks like he could contribute right away for the Angels. And the Angels never have starting pitchers. Not a great draft from the A's. No one crazy. Diego Castillo looks to be kind of decent for the Rangers. Almost an A potential catcher. Alex Quiroz or Kairos. We looked at him. We were hoping he was going to fall to us if someone took Gene Clark. We got lucky that Gene Clark did fall to us, so we wouldn't have taken Quiroz or Kairos, however you pronounce it. Don't at me. But he looks pretty good. I like his build. Good walks per 9, good hits per 9, 19 homers per 9. Is a little bit scary. Alexander Watson, another decent pitcher, almost an A potential guy. Mauricio Encarnacion, 88 potential for the Marlins. They let 2 guys go unsigned. What an unfortunate season for Matthew Boyd too. I mean, he got roughed up pretty bad in the second half from what I remember seeing. Henry Ragsdale for the Mets. They had a decent draft. All those guys' potentials lie between 82 and 88. That's not bad. Not bad. That guy is 66 overall, so he can contribute kind of soon. Jess Zikafus. What a name. Decent looking closer. 76 overall already. He could contribute right away. Nationals, not a great draft. Jason Huffman looks really good with the bat. Not too much power. Alexi Barreto, Steve Lord for the Cubs look pretty decent. Ronald Escalona on the low end of their scouted potential right there. Ooh, that's a brutal draft for the Reds. I mean, a couple dudes approaching B potential, but man, not having one single B potential while having 7 picks is rough. Same kind of deal with the Brewers. Man. Oh my God. The Pirates continue to amaze us in the worst ways. I mean, this dude is 73 overall and his potential is 64. They scouted him at 84 to 89 potential. That dude, Pittsburgh, you need to fire your scouts. You need to fire your scouts right now. Level up a little bit. The Cardinals, not bad. 89 potential for Johnny Tulibits, who we kind of looked at him, I remember. But that's a starting pitcher with 55 stamina. That's rough. Ooh, Enrique Mejia. This is the dude who we knew was going to have great potential. He is only 62 overall at 21, but 95 potential. I really like his build. He might have ended up being the, like, down the road in a couple years, he might have ended up being the best pitcher in this draft so far that I've seen. Not bad, not bad. Colorado Rockies got a couple low B potentials, 3 to be specific, not too bad. Miles McVale, he could be good with the bat, at least contact wise, not a great fielder. 83 potential. Dodgers not really getting a good draft. Interesting to see how that affects their future. The Padres, though, get their generational talent. Ray Rivas, 99 potential, 80 overall, got a very similar build to Gene Clark, our #1 pick, and he can play second, third. Bats lefty, good fielding, good speed. That's a good pick right there. Primary shortstop. And they have another 98 potential, a starting pitcher. Granted, they're far away, but pretty decent build as well. 63 overall, lefty. That's a good starting pitcher, man. Jimmy Levy, a first baseman we were kind of interested in. We weren't going to take him first overall, although that wouldn't have been a bad decision if we did not get Gene Clark. 91 potential, pretty good contact bat. Carlos Lopez, a little bit far away. A high B potential for the Giants. Jose Herman, we also looked at. You hate to see that 60 stamina out of an A potential starting pitcher. But, you know, that's not a bad pick. The Yankees, sorry Peyton Manning, Yankee fan. The Yankees did not have a good draft in this save. Yikes. Gene Morehouse, though, did we discover him? I don't think we did, but I remember looking at him. I was interested in him. They draft 2 A potential second basemen, so whichever one works for them. Tom Crow looks to be, he's going to be an elite contact hitter when it's all said and done. And Gene Morehouse looks to be a decent overall player. They both are going to be pretty good. I did not mean to exit out of that. We only had one team left to go over, and that was Ricky Hackman for the Blue Jays is their lone, like, really good pick. Just kind of highlighting the high B A-level guys. We definitely had the best draft. I would say San Diego had the second best draft, getting a 99 and a 98 potential, and some like low-level B guys. Really happy with our draft. My goodness. What a draft. That is pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. We're going to go with the rest of the season relatively quickly since we're not really playing for the playoffs. We're just going to go kind of see, maybe we have some big moments. Hopefully we lose a little bit more games. I know it's kind of crazy to say, but we do want a high draft pick. We do want a higher draft pick. So we are on a 5-game losing streak. 6-game losing streak at least. We finally won a game. Finally won a game. Davis Martin got us the win. Jose Miranda, 3 for 5. Everyone got a hit. I like to see that. Willie Castro is hitting 232 on the year. Jacob Melton's hitting 240. Brooks Lee, I mean, he's kind of going off right now. Edgar Cuero, not bad in his debut, his rookie season. He is probably going to lose rookie eligibility, but I really wanted to see what he's got going. I don't care to start his clock early. Drew Thorpe is actually having a nice season. That is not bad. Jonathan Cannon also having a nice season as we lose one to the Braves 3-8. Hunt, buddy, why couldn't Danny Jansen have done this at the beginning of the year? He's got a 2-home run game. We're going to go for homer number 3. After this, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. Appreciate you all chilling with me. Currently, the Milwaukee Brewers are up 6-1 on the Cubs. Thank you for the live updates. Peyton Manning, also known as... Actually, I don't know if you want me to say your Twitch name. But appreciate your updates. We are up 10-9. Danny Jansen, can you make it 3 bombs on the day? Good take. We'll take a walk too. I mean, anything to increase your trade value. Not that we can trade him this year, but I want him to play well down the stretch because we are absolutely going to try to trade him next year. As we get a hold of that one, I don't know if it's deep enough. It's not going to find the outfield grass. Michael Harris is going to track that one down. And we do not get the 3rd homer. Oh, we get another at bat though. They tied it up. This is in extras. Not only can we make it 3 homers on the day, but we can walk this thing off. As we swing through a fastball. Good timing. You can't see it because my face is blocking the way, but it was good timing. Just swung right through it. Good idea to hold up on that slider. Come on, Danny. We are just late, and that's not going to be deep enough to move the runner to 3rd. Should have just bunted, right? Although it is the bottom of the 13th right now, we are going to enter the game. Ryan Clifford could have a big moment in his rookie year. Can he walk this off with no outs? Runner on 2nd. And that is a deep drive. Is that going to get all the way out of here? We did not need a home run, but Ryan Clifford said, I don't care. I am not okay with just a single to walk this off. Ryan Clifford wanted the whole diamond. He wanted to touch them all. And that's what he's going to do. Well done, Ryan. You've earned a little bit of celebration tonight. Thank you, Ryan. I'm even more satisfied with that. Because I'd rather have that happen than Danny Jansen hit a walk-off. That is huge for the rookie first baseman. What a swing. Love to see it. I'm going to go run to the bathroom real quick. I might only have another hour in me, so we will at least go to the end of the season. I don't think we can get to the off season today, potentially tomorrow, but I will be right back. Thank you for your patience. I know I was gone for a little bit longer than I intended. Thank you. Danny Jansen with 2 homers, Brooks Lee with a homer, 3 RBIs, Ryan Clifford, of course, with the walk-off, and Michael Conforto with a homer and 3 RBIs. Is it RBIs or RBI? What do you all say? I kind of alternate. I alternate a little bit. It's cool with me. I think we'll get to the end of the season as we lose a series to Atlanta. What are we in the standings? We're of course last in the Central, 2 games behind the Guards. Wild card, we're only 11 games back. Tigers, Twins, and Yankees have the final wild card spots. Orioles are crushing it this year, 75 and 47. 52 and 69. Two teams worse than us in the AL. 2 teams worse than us in the NL. So right now, I mean, still the draft lottery, we would have potentially the 5th best pick. I mean, draft lottery, we can get number 1. Bases loaded again for the Brewers. Yeet. That's crazy. Bases loaded, 1 out. Or I guess, yeah, bases loaded, 1 out. That's crazy. At this point, I just want some good games. I just want good playoff games. As we do take one out of the first 2 against the Nats. We do have a chance to walk this off. We can walk this thing off right now. Oh, how dare I? I also didn't even check to see if Walcott was playing. I gotta do that. Remind me to do that. Someone remind me to do that after this game, as we should have hit that a ton. Bottom of the 10th, down by 1. Just trying to, be patient. Oh, he does hit that a ton, but it's going to be right at the center fielder. Austin Hayes, that was a good try. Dude, Caleb Durbin's story is awesome. What a player, man. What a big moment for him, too. 8-1. Matt Tice, you're our last hope. Can you go lefty? Actually, who's on the bench right now?
Yep, that ball went out.
Who's on the bench right now? We have Edgar Cuero on the bench right now. You're coming out, buddy. We're gonna see what the Rook can do. Thank you, Matt Tice, for going ahead and starting the count 1-0. But it's Edgar's turn now. Come on. Just a little bit exciting. I mean, he's been riding the pine all day. He's antsy to get out there. Of course he's gonna swing early. I think he was a little bit early again. Come on, Edgar. Good take. I'm unfamiliar with Blake Perkins' story. Come on, Edgar. Edgar! Base knock! Can we? No, we cannot. We cannot. Oh, my God. Hit it a little too hard. Hit it a little too hard right at the left fielder. But Edgar still comes through in the clutch, moving the chains along so that Willie Castro could potentially tie this game up in extras, who is actually coming on a little bit more now. He's hitting 240 on the year. Most of the year, he was hovering right around 200, could never get it going. A little bit early on that sinker. He is not hitting well at all with runners in scoring position. 129. It's a good take. That sucks to hear, man. That is unfortunate for anyone to have to go through, of course. I hope he has some big moments. As Willie Castro is not going to have a big moment right now.
He's out.
Willie Castro not going to have a big moment, but that is all right. We came close. Edgar Cuero got a really big base knock right there. Props to Durbin and Blake Perkins. Definitely not the stories you want to hear. But hopefully we can get some good stories from them for the rest of this postseason. If not a World Series berth or World Series win, hopefully they can continue to have big moments like Durbin just did. How we drop a series to the Nats, we drop a series to the Braves, going up against the Giants. Yes, for sure. Blake Perkins. I didn't watch enough Brewers this year. I didn't watch a lot of baseball this year in general, to be honest. All right, we are 53-71 going up against the Giants. You know, I'm okay with simulating this one. We did beat the Giants first game 4-3. Way to lock it down for Mitch Spence. But we're going to the top of the ninth with bases, with runners on first and second. See if we can get some good vibes going. My words are just really not working today. Come on, Bobby. Bobby Dahlbeck. Not having a great year. Swings right through that cutter. That was a slow moving cutter.
One strike.
Matt Strom on the Giants. Interesting. 0 for 2 on the day. Did wait a little bit more on that slider. Come on, Bobby. Way to hang. Way to get a foul tip. That was ball 1 potentially. But it was a little bit too close to take. Just to be sure. That was not too close to take. Good eye. Come on, Bobby. Keep the chains moving. Just no double plays. I would take a strikeout over a double play for sure. Of course. Anyone would. A little bit too late. No, that was actually good timing. He just swung right through it because that's what he's been doing all year, because he's hitting 197. That's a good take.
No, that's inside.
Bases loaded for the Brew Crew again. Yikes. Come on, Bobby. What a take. He's battling. Went from 0-2 to full count. Can he keep the chains moving? And why is Matt Tice playing again? That's a good pitch from Matt Strom. Bobby Dahlbeck just can't pull the trigger. Great pitch anyway. Not too much you can do with it. Who is on the bench right now? Matt Tice is playing first base. You know what? He can't hit lefties. Ryan Clifford can hit lefties a little bit more. Joey Ortiz walked on 4 pitches. Was Soroka still out there? Who do you want hitting in this situation? Jose Miranda. We're going to go matchups right now. I would love to get Ryan Clifford some ABs, but Jose Miranda is a righty, and I think he could come through in the clutch right now. We're going to see what he can do.
For the White Sox, number 64, Jose Miranda.
Third pitcher in less than 2 innings, man. You would hate to see a position player pitch in a playoff game, but if it keeps going the way it is, it could happen. Come on, Tyro, or Jose Miranda. Savali is coming in. Hopefully he can get them at least some bulk. You know, maybe like 1 earned over the next 4 or something. Come on, Miranda. Jose Miranda, buddy. I'm going to need you to hit those pitches, man. 0-2. Battle. That's a rip. 41 speed. We're going to try it. We're going to test that arm. And that was a horrible decision. Throw was offline, but it was still strong enough that he got thrown out at the plate. Third base coach was really aggressive. Too aggressive, you might say. Unfortunate. That was a good hit. Clutch hit 0-2. Oh, they already pulled off a bullpen game in 3? That is unfortunate, man. Hopefully Savali can give them some bulk. I think... What did Soroka do? I'm looking at... I have game day pulled up right now. I guess Soroka did go out there for the second. Just 5 hits. I hate seeing that. I love Soroka. Hopefully Savali can provide them some bulk. It's like, dude, that is another example, or that is going against the example that if you have a bye, you have a disadvantage right now. Milwaukee's not showing it. All right, drop the second one to San Francisco. Austin Hayes needs a triple for the cycle. I'm okay with skipping that. We finished the job 7-6. Willie Castro up to 241. Austin Hayes up to 221. That doesn't seem like a lot, but it is compared to like how he started. Nick Maton's doing all right. Maybe I should have had him playing. I do need to make sure Sebastian Walcott's playing. Walcott is playing, but I did not put Colson Montgomery in at short at AAA. That is my bad. I'm glad I just caught it with like not that much time lost. Want him to get ABs, want to see him progress. In play runs. Did he beat out a single? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Good Lord, Jackson Churio. I love Jackson Churio. Austin Martin just kind of crushing it at AAA. I think could potentially be a very, very valuable utility player for us. Churio 3 for 3. Incoming Churio NLCS program card for those of you who are still playing Diamond Dynasty and are enjoying it. That will be fun if he continues to hit, of course. Injury delay. Who got hurt? That's not okay. Hopefully it's nothing. Brain Montgomery is actually playing pretty well, man. But his potential went down to B. Is it because he should be in AAA, maybe? You know what? He's earned a level. He's earned a level. We're going to call him up and see if maybe that kind of... See if that can, like, boost him up a little bit. I do need to bring someone up to the Major League roster anyway. Let's bring up Julks. He's earned it. He's been having a pretty nice season in AAA. I see. I got game day pulled up right now. No. Isaac Collins replaces Jackson Churio. Why did I have to say anything? Dude, it hurts. If he is out for a significant amount of time, it hurts so much that he got hurt while they were up 9-1. Although it's playoff game. You want to stay in. You want to make sure you win this game. But man, getting hurt when you're up 9-1. I'm not saying he should have been subbed out. That would have been an idiotic move to sub him out this early in the bottom of the second. But man, that just hurts, man. It would have hurt no matter what, you know. Let's see how Ryan Clifford doing pretty. OPS 776, 81 at bats in his rookie season. Conforto's actually been playing. Actually, never mind. I take that back. He is not playing very well at all. Jose Miranda, you know, he's having a good season. I'm really happy we put him on the squad, and I think we traded for him if I remember correctly. He's been playing very well. Cuero having a decent little sample size, decent little cup of coffee in the majors. Danny Jansen, he's only hitting 132, but his OPS is 697, so he is slugging. Maybe it's just precautionary. Hopefully it is. Brooks Lee, not bad. He was crushing it, though. He's gotten a little bit cold. 491 OPS over his last 10. Jacob Melton, not doing great. Willie Castro is playing a lot better. Better than last season. 670 OPS is not very good, but when you were spending most of the season hitting around 200, I would say that's an improvement. Tyro Estrada doing about on par with what he did last year, which is very, very poor. Is there anyone we can bring up to just kind of give him a taste of the majors that would be important? Maybe we do bring up Gavin Lux. Although No, let's let him progress. Hopefully progress more. Who is going to play center field? Eldon Weiss, or yeah, Eldon Weiss. He's got B potential. Let's put him in center field. Kyle Teal is, 773 OPS is not bad. He can also play the outfield. I'm interested to see what this offseason is gonna entail. Diego Estrella too, a guy who does not have very good contact numbers, hitting the hell out of the ball. Nothing out of the ordinary. Perfect. Maybe it's just precautionary. I just hate seeing on game day injury delay. You never want to see that. Never want to see that at all. I think this dude could be great. He could be the third baseman of the future. Hopefully. Okay. Should I just turn the never mind. I was going to say something, but I still kind of want to play some games this year. As we drop the second game in Seattle, but we win the first one 7-4. Hagen Smith, he's kind of calmed down. We lose the series to Seattle, but that was a good start for your boy Hagen Smith. 6 innings pitched, 6 Ks, only 2 earned runs, no walks. That's something you like to see. His face is grimacing a bit. I hope it's nothing like, I don't know. It would have to have been lower body related. Wouldn't it have been? Hopefully it's not like an oblique or something. The Yankees are crushing it this season. As we start a series with them, we're going to see Max Fried, Luis Gil, and Clark Schmidt's doing amazing. Luis Gil is not doing so great, but Max Fried is. I mean, that is a Cy Young caliber year, I think. As we drop the first one 1-7, drop the second one 2-6. And we are trying not to get swept here. Austin Hayes up in a big spot. Ian Hamilton on the pitch. Bases loaded, 2 outs. I want to say it was down by 2. We were down by 2. We are down by 2. Bottom of the 9th. Gapper could win it. Nice pitch by Ian Hamilton to start us off. Up and in fastball. Come on, Austin. Good take.
Outside.
Good take. Make good decisions with the bat, Ian or Austin. Make good decisions. That was a good decision, but just the timing of that decision was a little bit off. Oh my God. Oh, that's rough. Austin Hayes couldn't see the ball very well, which means that I couldn't see the ball very well. As we go down swinging, bat on the shoulders, horrible check swing. As we get swept by the Yankees. Next up is the Athletics. JP Sears having a great year. Luis Severino having a great year for them. They are now 72-62. They turned it on. They had a losing record the last time we saw. They have been very good. 72-62, only 4 games back of the Rangers. And they do have the last wild card spot in the AL. They're 9-1 in their last 10. They're hot right now. And we see that. Dropping the first game of the series 1-10. As Nicholas Kurtz goes deep. And he's starting to turn his season around. I started this save before he just went off and had an amazing year, so his attributes did not reflect his real life play, if that makes sense. So he is not as good in the save. And it looks like the Athletics made some moves. They have Kyle Schwarber now. We saw that they traded away Lawrence Butler to the Dodgers. Yoan Moncada playing third base. Interesting. Kyle Schwarber playing the field may not be the best decision, but I respect it. I respect it. And we have another tight situation in Chicago. We could tie this game up. We got a runner on second base. Tyro Estrada up to bat. 1 out to go. 1 out to play with. Oh my goodness. Just a hair early on that hanging slider, Tyro. Base knock. A little too aggressive, Tyro.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Don't be a hero. There you go. Michael Otanez has an interesting delivery. It looks like a very closed delivery. Stepping towards the right-handed batter's box, it seems. That was right in on the hands. That's a perfect placement for that sinker. Just nothing you can really do with that at 96 miles an hour if you're Tyro Estrada. Someone else, sure. But Tyro, no. As is going to go to the pen.
For the A's, number 40,
Bringing in Tyler Ferguson. Interesting. To face a lefty who he's worse against. But he's showing his stuff right now. That was a
0-1.
good slider. Michael Conforto. Little too antsy. Good take. Good take. Almost hits him. Hey, might just lean into that, homie. Could you just lean into that next time, Conforto? Good take. Good take. 1 for 3 on the day with a double. And that is ripped to center field, just right at him. And that's not going to find any grass. The Athletics win the game and the series. Unfortunate. Good swing. Brent Rooker goes 4 for 5 for the A's. Jacob Wilson 2 for 5. Moncada 3 for 5. Jacob Melton with a decent game, 1 for 3. Willie Castro 2 for 4. Cuero 2 for 4, and Danny Jansen 1 for 3. Your players of note right there. It's nice to see Danny Jansen playing very well. I would love it if he could play this well next year. As we get swept by the Athletics, we are on an 8-game losing streak, which, you know, is good for our chances to get the #1 draft pick. 9-game losing streak as we lose to Baltimore. Our schedule is a little bit difficult, I would say. After winning that series against San Francisco, we play the Mariners, who are a pretty decent team, the Yankees, who are crushing it, the Athletics, who are crushing it, and maybe one of the hottest teams in baseball, and the Orioles, who are even better than the Yankees, who are also just really good. And we have the September call-ups. We are all the way in September. Colson Montgomery is not really heating it up in AAA. That's okay. We're going to leave him there for the rest of the year. Owen White, maybe we bring him up to the majors. He's on the 40-man. Might as well. Might as well. And you know what? Gavin Lux has had a... Maybe not... He's not tearing the cover off the ball in AAA. Do we bring up Lennon Sosa instead? I think Lennon Sosa has earned it a little bit more. And we are actually going to put Lennon Sosa... Actually, no, we're not. He's going to be on the bench. Brooks Lee's playing second. This will be fine. Austin Hayes, by the way, having a fantastic last 10 games. 1.091 on the OPS. Crazy. Crazy. They just couldn't do this before the trade deadline. They wanted to stay in Chicago so bad, and they knew if they played poorly enough, we wouldn't ship them off. Well, Hayes and Conforto will be free agents next year. I don't think I'm interested in bringing them back. Negative 1.9 WAR for Conforto. Braden Montgomery playing very well in AAA so far in a small sample size. Hate to see his potential going down, but maybe it can go back up. Austin Martin still playing pretty well. Seeing a +8 contact versus left. Does he find himself on the opening day roster? But where would he play with that 44 fielding? Probably nowhere. Denzel Clark, not bad. Although he's 25 years old. Noel V. Marte in AA. Playing pretty well. He's at least going to start in AAA. Kyle Teal still playing very well. Sebastian Walcott not doing great in AA. He's probably going to start next year in AA. Chase Mydroth having a pretty decent season, but his attributes are, at least on the hitting side of thing, are going to be very far off from Major League ready as of right now. On the pitching side of things, we've had a pretty decent starting rotation. Noah Schultz has been getting a little bit roughed up lately. A 5.56 ERA in his last 10 starts with 22 walks and 42 Ks. A whip approaching 2. It seems like the workload is getting to him a little bit. Jairo Iriarte has been god-awful in his, we wanted to see what else he had this year. He had a very bad start last start. Couple starts where he had 1, 2, 3, 4 starts in his last 10. He's given up 5 or more earned runs. 3 of those being 6+. Drew Thorpe, though, having a very nice season. He's gotten better every year, even though the whip is about the same as last year. FIP is worse, so he's probably getting a little bit lucky. Walks per 9 is up a little bit. Homers per 9 is up a little bit. I don't know how he's doing it. There's not a hits per 9 here. So that's what he's doing. He's got less hits given up, and I don't know how he's doing this. On the ERA side, it looks like he's having a better year, but analytics tell me differently. Doesn't look great. I don't know if that's going to be sustainable next year. Jonathan Cannon having not as great of a year as last year, but I mean, there was no way he was going to replicate last year with the kind of overall he has with the potential. His FIP is better. This year, his home runs are about the same. K per 9 is better. Walk per 9 is better. I will honestly take what he's doing this year. Hagen Smith, I mean, he's improving quite a bit. In his cup of coffee, he's not doing extremely well. Although his walks per 9 is not bad, but giving up 9 bombs and 36 2/3, that's going to be the real issue here. That is a lot of homers. He'd be on, if he through 180 innings, he'd be on pace for like giving up 40 homers, which is not good. Davis Martin not doing well. Tony Gonsolin seems to have gotten a little bit better out of the long relief position in the pen. Owen White, we brought him up recently. Miguel Castro has been actually pretty decent lately. And Mitch Spence, he's had a couple rough games over the last 10. ERA 4.4 over the last 10. O'Shea not doing great. Oh, we forgot to make a closer. Let's put Penn Murphy back there. Penn Murphy's been pretty good. I don't think we're going to see any more progression out of him. Before him, it was kind of closer by committee. Let's press onwards. Let's just finish this season up. The Knights AAA do not have valid pitching rotation. We'll auto fix that. That's fine. As we lose the series from Baltimore and we drop the first 2 in New York, losing 0-3 and 1-2, losing 3 straight to New York, they take the series. We get swept in a 4-game set. We've won 1 out of our last 2 weeks. We're on the worst losing streak I've ever seen. This is the worst we've played all year. But I mean, what could we expect after trading Lubov, after trading everyone who is doing well? Hey, we won the first game against the Tigers. Plus, this is just a difficult schedule. A difficult schedule to finish the year. Vladdy Jr. on the Tigers. That is so interesting to me. Tyro Estrada going 2 for 4. I just want to see our guys progress and improve and see how they play. And right now, it is not going well. Except for a couple. Clifford is cooled off for sure. As we sweep, or we are going for the sweep. Going for the sweep against Tigers. That's an interesting nugget. Churio, the first player ever with 3 hits in 2 innings. That's nuts. I mean, that probably, the opportunity to even go for that probably hasn't happened very often. But for it to be Jackson Churio, who's what, 21 years old, That is nuts. It's very interesting.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Cam Boozer trying to get the 4-game sweep of the Tigers, and Parker Meadows is going to bloop it foul. We're going to be up, heading the count 0-2. Can we finish him off? That is going to be up the middle. Can this be good for a double play? He hit it a little too softly. Parker Meadows is going to beat it out. One more out to go, though. Facing Colt Keith, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Keith, who's having a pretty decent year for the Tigers. See if we can finish this out. We got the kind of matchup we want. Lefty against lefty. Although, is Colt Keith better? Colt Keith can hit better for average. Or better contact against lefties. Down 2-0. Down in the count, I should say. Not down overall. But we don't want to face Vlad Guerrero Jr. with Cam Boozer. So hopefully he can find the zone here. He does to bring the count 3-1. 3-1, I should say. I don't want to give him a cookie either because I know he can swing the bat a pretty decent amount against lefties. I don't want to take any chances. Fastball up and in. Please find the zone. He does expand the zone a little bit. It was a little too close for him to take. Don't hang this. That's a perfect pitch. Maybe not perfect, but good enough to get him, to fool him. As we sweep the Tigers in 4 games. Jose Miranda 3 for 4. Danny Jansen 2 for 3. It seems like every time we enter the game, the notable players has Danny Jansen in that square. Just pretty nuts. 4-game sweep. On to face the Twins, who are playing extremely well. 83-65. We might have the worst schedule in baseball to finish out the year. We do get to face the Guardians, who are, 71-78. They've been playing a lot better recently. We get swept by the Twins. We'll play this one. Top of the 9th with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Edgar Cuero, the rookie, up to bat, could very much change this game. Tie it up, please. Hitting lefty against Clase, who was cleared of his betting scandal, apparently, in this timeline. Come on, Edgar. Real quick, do we see him in MLB again? Good take. Come on, Edgar. They have Hunter Gaddis and Blake Trinan in the pen. That's a super pen right there. Very good bullpen. Edgar, buddy. That's the pitch, man. Cut her right down the middle. We were a tad late. I mean, that is 100 miles an hour. That's a perfect pitch in that scenario. As the Guardians win, Edgar Cuero goes down swinging. But it's important to get reps with him. It's important for him to get those reps. He does go 1 for 3 with 2 walks. Willie Castro 3 for 4 with a double. Willie Castro just kind of playing very well right now. Good for him. Good for him. Lose the first one to Cleveland. We win the second one. Uriarte's been a little bit better as of recently. Willie Castro goes hitless. Doesn't look like really anyone's performing extremely well for us right now. Jose Miranda, he's hitting 261, but he's playing, but that's down from earlier in the year. Jairo Uriarte with a quality start, though, and Cam Boozer actually pitching very well. We should have maybe explored trading him. 2.19 in the ERA, but I think he's under contract, unless I missed it. Yeah, he's got a lot of team control left, but he's 33, so I don't know. But the way he's pitching right now, I mean, he's going to be on the squad for sure. Great season, a lot of innings. I mean, Schultz, I like how he's progressing. I really do. That's a lot of progression. He's 22 years old. First full season. I mean, is he up for rookie of the year? With that whip, I wouldn't think so. I think there's probably a position player out there who's going to win Rookie of the Year. As we look at the MVP finalists, basically, through August, Gunnar Henderson is leading the charge in the AL, followed by Brent Rooker and Aaron Judge. All three having fantastic seasons. Pete Alonso in the NL, followed by Ellie De La Cruz and Bryce Harper. Cy Young, Blake Snell, Yamamoto, and Spencer Strider in the NL. Grayson Rodriguez, Max Fried, and Skubal, who I would give it to Skubal at this point. Just, I think MLB The Show still weighs the record quite a bit because Skubal has quite a bit less wins, but a much better ERA and a lot of strikeouts more. Batting title would go to Gunnar and Trey Turner. Chris Bubich, reliever of the year, followed by Koenig and Ryan Walker. Ryan Helsley for the Yankees, Piamps for the Red Sox, and Cade Smith for the Guards. Rookie of the Year, though, in the AL, it is very slim pickings. I would choose Noah Schultz over any of these players. Christian Moore, 229, 17 bombs. Xavier Isaac, 226, 13 bombs. And Chase DeLauder, 232, average 11 bombs. I would say with the bulk of Noah Schultz, I would choose him over these three. Wowzers. Let's go ahead and finish this year off. I'm okay with simulating this one. The Royals do end up winning, but we lose the series to the Royals. We have 6 games left. Can we end it on a little bit of a hot streak? We take the first one out of a 3-game set with the Cleveland Guardians. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. Willie Cashner can walk this off with a base knock or just finding any way to get on base. Any way to get on base, please. Would love that.
Now batting, shortstop, Willie Castro.
Come on, Willie, against Tim Herron. Bottom of the 9th. Take the first pitch. In the dirt. Great take. Great take. We take until we get a strike in this scenario. A walk equals a win. Just catches the corner. Wow.
1 ball, 1 strike.
What a pitch. I wouldn't want to hit that anyway. I would want to hit that, though. We're just late on it. Just late on it. Come on, Willie. 1 and 2. Battle here. Battle. Get through the infield. He does not get it through. J-Rams there. Makes the play. We're going into extras, but I believe we're just going to simulate till we get another big moment. Cam Boozer needs to preserve the lead here, top of the 10th with 2 outs. Got to keep him from scoring here. That would be huge for us. Up against Chase DeLauder, who is in the Rookie of the Year running
1-1.
somehow.
2-1.
Got to shut him down, though. There you go, Cam. Pitcher getting tired. That's all right. He's got grit as he throws a sweeper right down the middle hanger. Chase DeLauder with his inexperience can't do anything with it. And it is still a tied game, top of the 12th. And Cam Boozer's still out there. He is low on energy. Noel crushes lefties. We're going to go to the pen. We are going to go. None of these guys are great options. Tony Gonsolin.
Pitching for the White Sox,
Double play would be amazing.
Ball.
Miss with the fastball.
Gonsolin.
Good pitch on the outside corner.
Ball.
Can't find the zone with the fastball. Would love him to ground a splitter. But my God, that was not where we wanted it. See if we can get him swinging. See if we can get him to chase. Don't hang this. That was exactly what we wanted. A hard ground ball gathered by the first baseman. I can't think of his name right now. But that was a hell of a double play. That was clutch. As we end up walking it off in the 13th inning. Ryan Clifford, that's who it was. I think he ended up walking it off. with an RBI double to win the game. Perfect. Good win for the White Sox there. As we win a series for, geez, what seems like the first time in about a month. No, we did sweep the Tigers in a 4-game set. That was an impressive sweep. Any 4-game sweep is impressive to me. Jonathan Cannon just has a strained lat. He's probably shut down for the rest of the year because why risk it? We drop the first game to Seattle 1-4. J-Rod not having a fantastic year, 257. No one for the Seattle Mariners looks like they're having an amazing year. But we do see Lazaro Montes up in the majors now. JP Crawford hitting 296. That's not bad. Logan Gilbert, though, I mean, what a start. 7 2/3, 2.53 ERA with 9 strikeouts. That's a really good start. Hagen Smith just seems like most of his starts kind of entail giving up a couple earned runs, 5 Ks. Owen White, though, in relief, 4 1/3 hitless innings. You do like to see that. Noah Schultz in his final start of the year wins 4-2. Very nice. Very nice. Homers from Cuero and Michael Conforto. Very nice to see. Very nice to see. Noah Schultz going 6 innings of 2-run ball with 5 Ks. Like to see that. As we do lose our final game to the Seattle Mariners. That is okay. Still happy with the improvements this year. Jairo Iriarte with a better start. Miguel Castro giving up 4 earned runs in relief. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. That's going to cap it on the season. 66 and 96. Small improvement, but a good improvement in my opinion. Last year we did go 62 and 100. GM ratings is up to a C. Better. Let's see. Did we start the off, or did all the awards get erased? Brent Rooker ended up winning MVP in the AL. Trey Turner in the NL. What a year for them. Grayson Rodriguez, Cy Young winner, as well as Blake Snell. Trey Turner and James Wood win the batting title. 308 winning the batting title. Weird to see James Wood on the Twins. Lack of power, though. Very big of lack of power. Just surprising. He has a good year, though. 874 OPS. Reliever of the year goes to Halsey and Bubic. Rookie of the year, Ray Vigil. A C potential player for the Brewers, 22 years old. Had a decent year, though. 836 OPS. Xavier Isaac ends up winning it for the Rays with a 640 OPS. That is not something you see. And we did not get any awards. My goodness. Michael Conforto ends up hitting 211 on the year, 16 bombs, 612 OPS. Is it -2 WAR? -2.2 WAR. Yes. Ryan Clifford, though, I really like what he did. Although maybe we brought him up too soon because his potential goes down to C. I still like the trade. 658 OPS. I don't think he played poorly enough to really go down to a C potential. He went up against righties, though, so that's good. Cuero, not great in his small sample size. Maybe we still start him off in AAA next season. I think that might be the smart thing to do. Danny Jansen, he improved a little bit. I mean, good improvement overall, actually. Maybe he will have a little bit more trade value next year. He definitely did better than he did in Tampa Bay last year. 1.4 WAR. Willie Castro, he ended up with a 664 OPS, 1.4 WAR. Did see some improvement across the board, though, except in contact against lefties. Tyro Estrada, very disappointing year. 589 OPS, a 1.4 WAR, though, so he was great in the field, but man, that's a disappointing year overall. Bobby Dahlbeck had a really poor year. Corey Julks, meh in his time up. Matt Tice was not very good. Gavin Lux did not have an AB, but I really like how, he didn't improve as much as I would like to see. You'd like to see some +4s and +5s, especially since he spent most of the year in AAA. It's unfortunate. Colson Montgomery, you did see some improvement, but you didn't see any, you saw nothing with the bat in the minors. But overall, and also Austin Hayes, 676 OPS. Disappointing season to say the least. Who got sent down? Jose Miranda, down to a C. Potential ever having a decent year. Although he cooled off so much in the last month or two. He went from having an over 800 OPS to a 707 just like that. Negative WAR, even though he spent most of the season as our DH. Braden Montgomery, he showed a lot of improvement, although I hate that his B potential, or I hate that his A potential went down to B. Brooks Lee, he didn't do too bad in too bad in the majors. He did do well in the minors, but he'll probably start off in the minors again. Joey Loperfido, not great. We got a lot of work to do. Sebastian Walcott, he did all right. Our big trade acquisition. We'll see what he does with a full year of AA. It's going to be interesting. Diego Estrella, man, he improved quite a bit. That is really good to see. Do we start him off in AAA? I don't think so. I still think he starts off in AA, rakes in AA for a little bit, then we move him to AAA depending on what he does. His durability though, 99, love to see that. Let's see. Let's just go down our top 100. The top 100. Kyle Diaz is now the number 2 rated prospect. Good improvements across the board. He's still probably a year or two away. We'll probably start him in AA. Sebastian Walcott is now number 5. Joe Watts, who we thought about getting, just would not have made any sense from the Blue Jays perspective. Braden Montgomery is number 24 on the top 100 list. Tyson Lewis, who we acquired, I did not realize he was this highly touted of a prospect to be on the top 100 list. Kind of excited about him. Diego is number 35. That's nice. Rolando Baroa, very good improvements for the 18-year-old across the board. See what he can do next year in the minors. Pablo Sandoval, yes, not that one. Not as much of improvement as I would have liked, especially for an A potential dude. But having him at 51 is not bad. Kyle Teal is making his way up the list too. 72 on the top 100 list. I think that rounds it out. Yes, it does. Let's just see who wins the World Series. Let's see who wins. The Orioles defeated the Dodgers in the 2026 World Series. I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it in real life. The Dodgers are probably going to be competitive again in 2026. Orioles, I think, could probably be more competitive depending on what they do this offseason. That's going to do it for the year. We got a lot of work to do in the offseason, but I am excited in what we got going. I think we maybe start Hagen Smith in AAA just to get a little bit more seasoning. We'll probably have a similar offseason. We're going to start to get competitive here soon. Maybe not next year, but the year afterwards. Do we start Edgar Cuero in the minors? I think we do. Danny Jansen has one more year left with us. We would definitely trade him, if not in the offseason, very, very early next year. Jose Miranda and Ryan Clifford, both their potentials dropped. So maybe we do something at first base. Maybe we look for a first baseman. We will definitely have to look for a second baseman as well. Definitely going to look for a third baseman. I think shortstop will hold pat with Willie Castro. We're going to have him get some ABs. Hopefully raise his trade value for next year, get something for him. We're going to definitely have to look for outfielders. Brain Montgomery, do we start him in AAA? At the very least, we start him in AAA. And we just need some major league talent. We're going to have to get creative. We don't really have much trade ammo. Like, let's see, how many A potential guys do we have on our not MLB roster? I was about to freak out. I was like, we got way more than just 2. We have a lot of guys to look forward to, though, like Walcott, Estrella, Hagen Smith, Pablo Sandoval. A decent amount of A potential dudes, 6, who I think could make an impact now, and then a handful of really good B potential guys. And a handful, I mean like just a few. So we have lots of work to do. We got to be smart with our drafting once again, but this past draft was amazing. So we got to keep having drafts like that. Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming out. Yankee fan, good to see you, man. I hope things continue to go well for you. Hope work is not too boring for you. And I hope you see some good stuff from your Yankees, man. I'm excited to watch them this postseason. I'm excited to watch the Jays too. I got no dog on the fight, but I'm just rooting for good games. And I will see you maybe even tomorrow. Maybe even tomorrow. We'll see. So make sure to hit subscribe. And if you're watching after the stream, if you're watching the VOD, make sure to hit the like. Make sure to hit subscribe if you want to see some future episodes. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you next time.